let me show you how the tool path behaves with respect to the selection of the tool. Suppose here you have taken a flat end tool, but let me take it as 5 mm ball diameter. If you observe, here, the each operation as per the 50% whatever we have given, there is a overlap. There is not a proper overlap happening between one tool path to another tool path. So always we have to make sure that the tool is flat enough when we are doing the operations with respect to facing. Now the observation will be completely different when it comes to the end mill tool. So the surface finish is completely flat and good surface quality will come over when we use end mill with respect to the finishing operation or roughing operation on the top level when we are trying to manage. This is one observation I would like to show you. Then coming to the pocketing. I am going to select the surface of the pocket, then let it be the closed pocket. I am selecting the bottom surface. When you observe here, the earlier tool which I have used is end mill with diameter 10, but I want to change the tool because of the diameter of this corner is 4 mm. The 2 mm radius with 4 mm dia, which we have to call as per the requirement. So I need to change the tool here with diameter of 4 mm and with small corner radius of 0.1 mm, and I can customize my own tool length as per the requirement or as per the availability in the manufacturing plant. So this is how we can customize our own tool. Let me make it 40 with ball diameter as an end tool. So for any pocketing operation, we have to make sure that corners are very critical. As per the real conditions, we have to observe and select the tool accordingly. So I have given 10 axial levels along with tool selection with ball diameter of 4 mm, followed by I might decrease approach and retract to 250. As I said, it's all depends on the specifications given by the tool service provider, and I will define the approach and retract of it. So approach I am giving as 10 mm and retract as 10 mm. Let me simulate the tool and see the behavior of it, how it behaves. So if you observe here, it is validating in only in one level, but where is the exact option which I did not select is the top surface. I have given the bottom surface, but from which surface to which surface it has to maintain the levels is which we need to take care. So I am giving this top level as this surface. Now when you observe, it will try to validate the entire levels of operations. There are 10 levels which I have given for pocketing. Let me simulate from starting. It will try to simulate the entire facing along with pocketing. This is how the facing operations are going on with end mill tool with a flat tool, followed by the pocketing operation with ball diameter by maintaining the corners. So the surface finish, when you observe, it is still we have to manage the distance between the tool path. That is where I am managing here overlap ratio. If I increase the overlap ratio by 80%, like 0.8 mm, because the diameter of the tool is 80% of the ratio with respect to the validation of the surface. So it will take little more time, but surface finishing quality will be as accurate as possible. If you see the surface quality now, it is far better than before. That is how we need to manage the surface quality, how much overlap of tool path to tool path it is happening, how many levels we are machining, how much approach and retract we are managing, are we managing more than this height of this or depth of this approach and retract to avoid the hitting of this particular tool to the workpiece. These are all the parameters which will carry over and we will validate the things virtually.